Hello everybody, Slim Kirby here. Welcome back to more of the Mario Golf project. So for this video, as you can tell from the title, we are going for another round of Birdie badge collecting. This time we're going to be going for all the Birdie badges that I missed in the final three tournaments. So the Yoshi Championship, the Boo Classic, and the Mario Open. So I've missed basically 11, 10, and 9 Birdie badges respectively. Which is kind of interesting because it seems like of the 3 courses, I missed the most on the easiest course of the 3. And technically I got the most on what should be the hardest course. I don't know, I guess just maybe I was feeling my game a little more on the harder courses, I guess. Which is strange because I thought my Boo Classic run was terrible, but I actually finished very strong on that one. It was mainly the beginning of that was terrible. But yeah, gonna go to Yoshi Championship. Even though I don't think it's the hardest of the 3 remaining, it's still pretty difficult. And depending on obviously the wind and rain situation you get, that could obviously make it a little more difficult in some respects. Namely this par 3 right here. It's a very awkward green to make. But, you know, you have the save and quit trick you can always use to just kind of figure out that sweet spot and the right shot to make. And that's basically what I did. I think I did actually have to use the save and quit trick quite significantly, or to a pretty large degree in this second set of 3 courses. Just because these 3 courses are, again, pretty difficult. This is when the greens start to become like very awkwardly placed. They're also pretty, like, they have a lot of slopes on them. They're very small, so you just really have to kind of just get a feel for them. And I almost feel like that because this video is shorter than the last Birdie badge video, there were probably more par 3s that I missed this time around as opposed to the other videos where I think I had missed more par 5s. So as a result, that video was probably a bit longer because of that. So because of that, since the par 3s won't take that much time to show, they should be theoretically really easy holes to pick up here. But as you can see, I am using Mario for this video. Mario is a pretty good character. I'd say of all the draw characters in the game, he is probably the best. His draw is pretty significant. Like, I think Baby Mario, for example, is like a 1 draw. I want to say Sunny and Harry are 2 draws, and Mario's a 3 draw. Maybe Sunny's also a single draw, but I'm pretty sure that Harry is at least a 2, and then Mario is a 3. So it's a pretty big draw, but I think Mario handles it pretty well, and he has a really nice distance too. I mean, just with his driver, he can drive up to 270 yards, and that's without a powder shot, so he can drive the ball a pretty big distance. And especially when going for the Birdie badges, that can be very helpful, especially on some of the longer holes. You probably won't be able to get like a 1 shot on the green from a par 4 in a lot of cases, but you know, still you can get some good distance. Don't have to make your second shot that powerful, which is always nice. So yeah, I think Mario's a good character to go to for this. If not, Maple would always be a good choice too, because Maple is very consistent. Oh, and also look at this. What am I doing? Why would I do that during the rain? Oh hey, it worked. Seriously, I am a demon at putting from the fairway. I am an absolute demon. You should fear me when it comes to that. I don't know. I just have a feel for it. Like, again, it all comes down to kind of measuring that slope of the green. Once you just have a knack for it, like, I mean, you can get pretty close. Even if you don't get it in, getting it pretty close is still just as, if not more important. No, I'd say it is just as. It can't be more important because obviously getting good scores is ideal in a golf tournament, but still, you know, being able to just get something really close and just having a feel for the putting lines and the green slopes is a really good skill to have for this game. Because there'll be a lot of scenarios, especially in these last few courses, where you're not going to get on the green. You might be on the green edge, or you might be on the fairway just outside the green edge. And the greens are so small that you may have a hard time landing on them. So, you know, might as well just use what you can to take advantage of that. Like, okay, the green's so small I can't get on it. Well, let me just try learning how to chip, or let me putt from the fairway. And if you can get it working, I mean, that's just better for you. So yeah, that's kind of my thought process there. Obviously, if you're in the rough, I would never recommend putting from the rough. It is possible, but you have to like put a little more extra strength to, you know, obviously get out of the rough. And even then, it's no guarantee that you're going to hit yourself out of it. So in that case, it's probably better to chip. But if you have a flat surface, by all means, putting, I think, is the way to go. Just in my opinion. Obviously, it's very subjective, but that's just how I feel. So we are actually coming to the end of the Yoshi holes we need to get done. I mean, we still have 4 more, but they're all in a line right here, and thankfully we don't have to go to the very end of the course to finish this one up. As far as like what I remember from this course, and this actually happened quite a bit with the other 2 courses too, I just got hit really, really hard with wind and with rain. Like, it even seemed like it's already more common on these courses anyway, but it seemed like it was even more common in these particular runs, and that just made it very obnoxious. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of that, but I dealt with it. I mean, not much you really could do. You could just start the course over again and see if you get a better run again, but clearly I didn't want to do that. Okay, so hole number 14, we don't have any rain, thankfully, but we do have a backwards blowing wind. Or a wind that's blowing in the face of the tee box anyway. So obviously need to put a little extra club when we're making our shots. This should be pretty good. Oh yeah, that's really nice. That's like beautiful.
Nice on.
That's the most beautiful shot. No, that's not true. I've seen way more beautiful shots in other videos of this project. Given a lot of them were eagle chips from a long distance away, but still, those were beautiful shots. You got to give me that. This hole right here can be pretty obnoxious. One of the more obnoxious par 3s. Especially when the wind is like this, because like you want to avoid going in the bunker, and you want to avoid going, you know, off the green like I almost did there. But, you know, kind of timing that with the wind is very difficult. You don't want the ball to go like too fast when it's coming down if you hit it straight forward, because then you can go over the hole and into the bunker. You don't want to hit it too soft, because then you'll hit it in the bunker in the middle. And when it's windy, you kind of need to hope that it kind of curves towards the hole and doesn't, like, you know, roll past it. It's very, very awkward.
Nice job.
So it just makes that particular hole a lot harder to manage, I think. As far as this one is concerned, not really much to say about it. Even if you get it in the rough, it's not too bad. Just, again, put maybe a little extra club on it and just try to get it close. That's all you can really do. That was a beautiful bounce. That bounce was epic. I thought that was going to go in the rough, but then it just kind of was like, you know what? You know what? We gave you a lot of rain. We gave you a lot of wind in this course. Let's make it a little easier on you, and I do appreciate that. And with that, we are done with the Yoshi Championship. We've gotten all the birdie badges, so now we can move on to the Boo Classic. The Boo Classic with one S in Classic. I can't believe they actually misspelled Classic. It's like misspelling the word blooper as bloober. I don't know. I get that is apparently what bloopers were originally called. It's just, I guess over time they just kind of realized, well, blooper sounds more proper, I guess. But yeah, classic. I don't know why they spelled that wrong. Maybe they're trying to imply that ghosts can't spell. I have no idea. The first hole is actually, like, I mean, you definitely want to attack this one with a high distance character, just so you can get across that very thin strip of fairway. And then after that, the hole's uphill, so you definitely need to kind of go at it with a pretty high club. Or high, you know, a stronger club. It's always weird when you say, like, a high numbered club, because then you think a high number, so that means, like, you know, a larger number, a greater number. But usually people kind of mean that as, like, the stronger club, so you have to be very specific with golf terms. Whether you're talking about, like, in terms of the higher number of club, or the club that gets more distance. Honestly, I think Boo Classic was a little nicer to me compared to
Nice on.
Yoshi Championship, but not much, not by much. This course is still pretty brutal. Honestly, characters that can hit far distance, I think are actually pretty good for Boo Classic, or just Boo Valley in general. Because as you can see right here, like, just using a power shot and forward wind, Mario can drive up to almost 350 yards. And because this is one I do need to get a birdie on, like, not only do I have a chance for an eagle, but this should be a pretty easy birdie. But I think eagle is what we're going to be getting today, so get your peace signs ready, guys. Because nice eagle. Burp. I wish it would have made like the Super Mario 64 like dun 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 type of sound effect. But it is what it is. They did it in Super Mario Odyssey, which I won't give the exact details for why it does that for those who haven't played Odyssey yet, or who haven't, you know, seen that far into the game yet. But it's pretty cool.
Nice on.
So anyway, once again, got some rain, got some wind. You know how it is. It's very annoying. Seriously, like, you hate when both happen. Like, it's so hard to judge your shot a little bit because, you know, you're trying to think on one term, but then you also have to think about the other term to an extent as well. Where it's like, okay, this has heavy wind, but the rain won't make it go as far. So you have to, like, really adjust your shot then. It's pretty obnoxious, but what can you do about it? So here we go from the fairway yet again. I see, it seemed like a very straight shot too. Like, I didn't have to change much of anything. It's like, okay, well, this should be pretty makeable. And if it's not, then whatever, I can just try again. So it honestly worked out pretty well. So here we go, hole number 7 for, I almost said Big Boo's Valley. I mean, I'm sure Big Boo is here somewhere. He could even be on, like, the tournament board, too. As the Big Boo. This is one of the longest par 5s, though. Like, I'm almost certain, like, unless the wind is just really blowing forward. Like, I feel like you need to, like, if you want to get an eagle, like, you have to get it by chip shot. Because there's just, like, no really great way to get there in 2 shots. You might be able to do it with Bowser and another hidden character.
Nice on.
Actually, the character we'll be unlocking in today's video. Like, I'm sure it's probably possible with them, but again, it will depend on, I think, wind
Birdie.
and how the wind's blowing. Because it's just so long of a hole. So here we got another par 3. I got a little worried that I hit it short here. But I mean, it's right there, so it's not too bad, I guess.
Chip
Hell
in.
yeah.
Nice birdie.
I wish it wouldn't say chip in if you're putting, though. It's because you're not really chipping at the ball, you're just putting it. I know, it's... I mean, especially if you land on the green edge like I did. Like, maybe from the fairway I could understand. Because, you know, you might need to put a little extra muscle when you're hitting from the fairway, so could be kind of a chip motion, but when you're on, like, the fringe, like, you're really just kind of putting, really. But I guess you can also just use other clubs on the fringe as well, so that's probably why. They just want to make sure that
Nice
the
on.
terminology is at least consistent with what you would be doing anyway.
Nice birdie.
Okay, so there we go. Another birdie on Boo Valley. We're at the half turn. I think we only have 2 more holes we have to get. Again, my back 9 was really, really good on this course when I did the tournament for this. I almost felt like I was kind of playing out of my mind a little bit. But I guess I just kind of thought that, you know what, I need to actually win this tournament. Because I don't want to have to, like, redo it again. And that just kind of gave me the motivation to play the rest of the way. So not a super great second shot, but it's a par 5. As long as I get this next one close, it should still be a very easy birdie. And it is uphill, so gonna hit it a little harder. And see, that looked really good. Like, I was on line, like, in terms of
Nice
distance,
on.
but just not really facing the exact way for the hole. And there we go.
Birdie.
So we got 1 more before we're done with Boo Valley. And it's a par 3, which is always nice. I almost feel like this is aiming in the wrong direction, but no, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good.
Nice on.
If it just slowed down a little bit, that could have actually been in, maybe.
Nice birdie.
Okay, so Boo Valley is done. We have 99 birdie badges. We only have 9 more to go. Literally half of the course. And we have the Mario Star course now. Mario Open. So here we have the Boo hole. Really the toughest part of getting birdies on this course is this is when the greens start to become really, really obnoxious because they're like really, really small. This green in particular is not too bad, but like a lot of the greens, like especially when you get to the second half, are really, really bad. See, I got kind of lucky right there because at least I had fairway to work with, and with a shot like that, I could kind of use the fairway to kind of, you know, curve over to the hole. In other holes, we won't be that lucky to do that because you can't exactly have a ball rolling like that when you have bunkers surrounding the greens. So You just kind of have to play with something until it works. Just like this par 3 right here. Like, this looked pretty good. I think it was pretty good. Didn't quite roll down that hill, which is nice.
Nice on.
It easily could have. It easily could have been the bunker. The ball decided not to do that, which I am very thankful for. So we're just going to hit it right in and move on to the next one. Okay, so next up we have the Shy Guy hole. This is, yeah, this is one where it's like the green is like so freaking small. Like it's literally the Shy Guy's like left eye. And they could have been evil and put it in the Shy Guy's mouth, which that would have been even smaller, but still. It's a small green. Well, I guess it's not that small, but again, you're, yeah, bunker. And it's also a par 5. I didn't even realize it was a par 5. I was like, wait, did I actually bunker chip this? I got pretty close to doing it. It was like, oh, this is a par 5. So yeah, this one's not too bad. I think I just didn't have like the right distance for this one.
Nice.
This one is probably a pretty easy birdie badge to get otherwise.
Nice birdie.
As long as you can make it to that like second Shy Guy on the like course layout, like you should be fine. And here we go. We're at the Bowser hole. The Bowser hole with his big, strong Bowser abs, which is where you're going to aim for your first shot, more than likely, and we're right in the middle of both of them. I remember the green for this hole being kind of obnoxious, but that looks pretty dang good, I think. Wish it would have kind of rolled more to the right as opposed to the left, but
Nice on.
you can't complain about a birdie putt. It's always less stressful to putt as opposed to, you know, trying to chip it or maybe even putting it off the green edge. So take your victories when you can get them. And there we go, birdie badge number 103. We have 5 more to go. 108 is the magic number. Unfortunately, we have to go all the way to the end of this tournament because for some reason I just couldn't get the birdie on hole 18. That's okay. We'll do what we can regardless. Decided to use the road to my advantage there. Because again, with Mario's distance, you can easily get up to the hole, no problem. So like, why not? Like, use that to your advantage if you can.
Nice on.
So this was a pretty easy birdie putt to get because my first shot made it so close.
Birdie.
So next up, I believe we have hole number 14? Yep, 14, the chain chomp. This hole can be annoying with heavy wind because the fairways are so segmented and weird. Thankfully, I got a pretty lucky bounce right there. I bounced into the fairway. But now we have this shot, which this shot is hell. Once again, another very small green. The shot keeping me in suspense. Not showing me where I'm going to land until I got close to the green. And thankfully, I landed in a good position. Kind of an awkward shot, but again, it's a birdie putt, so glad to at least have that chance to try one. And we're moving on to the next hole, hole 15. We got bloopers. This is another hole where wind was just like really annoying because you clearly want to get to this the final blooper just so you have like the shortest shot possible. But the wind's preventing you from doing that, so you have to be like really careful with this one. And then to top it all off, you have a very small green. Gonna hope that this is enough. And for a minute I thought I overshot that, but I got really lucky with the bunk. Well, actually, you know what? No, this is what happened. I hit the bunker, but as you can see from my ball, it's like on the top of the bunker, so I actually got a really good lie there. I was like right on the edge of the green edge and the bunker, so I was able to putt from there. Now, if the ball was buried, then yeah, there was no way that would work. But since it wasn't buried, I could have done that and got away with it. So I was actually pretty happy and satisfied with that. And next hole we have is hole 16, the Princess Peach hole. I'll take it. Again, it's just a matter of testing shots until you get the magic one. That's really all I can say about this. And that'll do it for all the par 3s. We have one more hole to go. Mario golfing on his hole's likeness, or a hole representing his likeness. It's the Mario and Luigi hole. One more to go. I was kind of hoping for a bounce right there, but that's okay. Just need to get this shot right. And there's no wind whatsoever. Like, of course on the final hole I have no wind or rain, so I got kind of lucky there. And landed pretty close to the hole. Let's get our final birdie badge and unlock not the final character of the game, but probably the most time-consuming character to unlock in the game. After 108 birdie badges, you unlock Metal Mario. That's right, Metal Mario was playable before Mario Kart 7. And that's going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching. That's all the birdie badges collected. All of the videos are going to be live commentary from now on. And next video, we're going to be unlocking the final Get character. Should be a very exciting match, because once again, it's going to be match play, and it's going to be more than likely the toughest match play we have done so far. So hope you guys stay tuned for that. After we do that, we'll start getting into some of the other fun modes of gameplay you can do in this game. I'll even show some of the 2, 3, and 4 player modes as well. But obviously I'll stick with the 1 player stuff first. There's probably not going to be any multiplayer videos like with other people and other Let's Players or anything like that. But that is something I'll definitely consider for a future date and time. Because keep in mind, even after I finish all of the exclusive content for this game, there might be some other reasons to come back to this game in the future when you consider some of the other additional add-ons and accessories for the N64 and potential connectivity to other games. But I'm going to leave it at that, so I'll see you guys for the next character match. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Later, folks.